My fear is there is no future for people on the planet, and especially people in marginalised, less developed countries like Vanuatu, countries on the margins. And I think that applies not only to countries on the margins, it applies to people on the margins of even the developed states. I see what's happening is that countries and classes of people with means are setting themselves up to be unaffected or the least affected by climate change, whereas the rest of us are going to have the full brunt. We top that chart of the United Nations most at-risk countries in the world. We do face a very large number of natural hazards. And the second part of being the most at-risk country in the world is that we don't have the financial capacity to be able to build resilience to these natural disasters and recover from them. For example, last year we had 3 Category 4 cyclones hit the country. We had tsunamis, we had earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. We are always responding to the last disaster, recovering from it, and preparing for the next one. The biggest challenge facing Vanuatu right now is ensuring our communities and our people and our public infrastructure is resilient against climate change. And that means stronger public infrastructure that can withstand natural hazards and tropical cyclones and so on. It means ensuring food security for people, ensuring people are living in safe places. Almost all development relies on energy, right? Sustainable source of energy is going to be the key that unlocks a lot of the other potentials that the community has for food processing, for small-scale industrialization, for tourism. Education is one of the main sectors to benefit from reliable electricity source. In Vanuatu, the provision of Pico Hydro under this Japanese funding through UNDP is really transformational, not only for the communities it affects directly, but also for the whole country.
Pico Hydro system is turbine-generated electricity. We identify waterfall sites to turn turbines depending on the water flow. That's where green transformation project comes in. Instead of providing standalone solar systems, now we are investing into Pico Hydro because the stream flows, the waterfall flows 24/7. The project is being done at 3 sites in Pentecost Island, Melsis, Waterfall and Laringmat, where we are installing mini Pico Hydros that would generate around 65 kilowatts of electricity in general. This project goes further to the rural areas that would benefit approximately 3,600 people or so directly and around 7,000 indirectly. Additionally, with electricity comes a lot of investment as well. Health centers would be more operational, having greater access around that. Tourism comes into it, businesses, more business opportunities created.
In terms of climate change, we have been fortunate in a way that we have not gone down the path of industrialization like other countries have. We can skip the whole grid electricity, getting all of the country stage. We can go straight to localized renewable energy decentralized sources. We also have contributed 0.00016% of global emissions, so we are a carbon sink rather than a contributor to the global emissions. I fear that we don't get there fast enough. People living high consumption lifestyles in the developed world, you need to change your lifestyles. You need to make them low emission. You need to stop using fossil fuels to fund your lifestyles. Unfortunately, I don't see the world changing fast enough. I think we're seeing a trajectory that's not going to be healthy for the planet and definitely not for the people of this country. And that's my fear.